Our graduates here at PCU, our programs and curriculum are created to build leaders who will heal, restore, transform, and preserve their Judeo-Christian and ancestral traditions. And one way that I'm able to do that as the academic skills, research skills, and English lecturer and facilitator of learning is by incorporating those concepts and values in my classes. For research skills, we tap into our communities-based framework where we do research that is for the communities and takes into account their safety and the preservation of their ways of being, knowing, and doing. In my academic skills, while it might look into time management, annotations, and critical thinking, the idea is that these skills will help them be better community leaders, be better church leaders, and then in terms of English, it's to help with communication. Overall, it's to give them this whole of life education experience that builds them up to be the type of leaders we hope they will become when they graduate. Another big component is our whole of life education philosophy, where students not only are in the classroom to learn about what is, but to take into consideration everything around them. So the land and how that's impacted by our choices, the ocean and how we can protect it even better with our learning. It isn't just about theology, nor is it just about ecumenism, but how they can all work in tandem to create a better learning environment as well as a better community for our community members. For students to thrive, one, they have to come with an attitude of learning. Sometimes it's hard to come into an environment with knowledge systems and values that we've picked up throughout our learning. And so when we learn new things, it can be hard to adjust. In our programs, one of the things that students value is our push to decolonize what they've learned, the process of unlearning and relearning. We invite our students to critique, but to critique with love, to see what is and what can be improved, especially in terms of serving the communities and how they can better serve the churches who, for most of our students, have sponsored them here at PCU. We have a good number of students who are also sponsored by the government, and our learning is to help them reframe a lot of their policies and a lot of their work concepts and frameworks that better align with their indigenous ways of learning and doing. Well, PCU has only one operating school at the moment, the School of Theology and Ecumenism. One of the things that it's grounded in is helping its students ground themselves in their Judeo-Christian and ancestral traditions. And we do this through our courses and the programs. One example is our communities-based learning courses, where students actually go to communities and are learning from them and with them. And that's one of the things that I feel PCU has as a strength. Another component of our learning is to help students know who they are in terms of their identities, know where they come from, and know where they are going to go in terms of their purpose, particularly in regards to how they will better serve their communities and churches when they graduate.